Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today we're going to review the latest and probably the best capture USB capture card. So it's a 4K from Elgato. So it's a box, and this can potentially capture any device through HDMI. Let me sharp it. Okay, here we go. Here's the back. And make sure you use USB 3.2, I think USB C to Type C from Elgato itself. Elgato has included one HDMI, the Elgato capture card, which of course does not need a power adapter to get power from, I believe, the HDMI, and then use the USB C to C from Elgato itself to get record maximum possible. Alright, so this is the inside. So inside also there's, I believe, instructions in different language, it looks like. Yeah. And how to set up. Oh, and by the way, with this card, you can actually use an iPad. And I'll show you. I believe I have an app. Where is it? Let's see. Oh, crap. I didn't install it. Let me uninstall it actually. App Store. Continue. Allow. Search. Elgato capture, and then is it this one? Let's see. I think this is the one now. No, okay, let's see. Elgato 4K capture. Let's see. Elgato 4K. Weird. That's weird. 4K capture. Okay, I'll just type Elgato capture. Okay, that's Elgato capture. Corsair, I think this is the one. Double click. Okay, it's installing. Yeah, I think, let's see. Yeah, this is the one. So as you can see, this is how the UI will look like. So you can choose a format here and device. I'll show you that later once I'm connected. Okay. As you can see, the UI can actually, so as you can see, the UI, the app can actually see what FPS the game is actually in on the UI. And unfortunately, the PS5 version, okay, there we go. It took too long. So, okay, confirm. Some random birthday. I don't really care. So as you can see, there you go. It's recording, and the frame rate is currently 60 FPS. And this means it's recording the audio. And if you press this, it goes full screen. And this is a gameplay video. And after this, I'm going to show you the direct video recording. Let's see if I can skip. Yeah, I'll skip this. So I need to go to gameplay directly. Okay, so let's see if it recognizes what FPS it will be in. Okay, the quality is very weak compared to even the PS4 version. Okay, we're gonna skip this as well and go directly to gameplay. And this one loading is taking too much time compared to the again PS5 version or even PS4 because PS4 was most of the time consistent 30. This is less than 30 actually, not in 60. This is target 60. Okay. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. So today, as you can see, we are reviewing Elgato 4KX. So now I'm going to give commentary to the video or game catcher. So now this game Resident Evil 4 remake, currently I'm capturing from iPhone 15 Pro, and to be honest I played a little bit before as well, and the game is almost unplayable because although it targets the let's see 30 fps 300p on the iPhone itself, it's playable. However, I mean playable as in it looks good for a phone screen. However, it's terrible on a big screen. So okay, so as you can see now, it looks very terrible. Look at the hair of the girl. It looks very terrible, and Leon hair will also look terrible. And game actually drops a lot. Like it's 20-23 FPS something. Yeah, however, the screen capture itself is excellent. It can capture 4K up to 144 Hz if your PC is capable and is using 3.2 Type-C cable. I also use Thunderbolt 3 or 4, it will work as well. But Elgato does add an HDMI 2.1 and 3.2 Gen 3.2 Type-C cable, braided one with the Elgato purchase. It's in the box. Yeah, so as you can see, there was a drop. So okay, it plays terrible. But the point of this video is not the review of Resident Evil. That's in another video if I ever do it. I probably won't. And thankfully I didn't pay as iPhone, not iPhone, I think the developers give an option to download. Now if this game was also like cross purchase, but as in like that's training one on Mac, if you buy it on a Mac, you can also get it on an iPhone or an iPad. If that was the case, I would have bought it, but unfortunately it's not. And that standing is $25, whereas Capcom is charging almost I think 50 Canadian dollar. So because of that, I decided not to buy. So as you can see, again it plays very bad, especially when you play it on a PC or a PlayStation 5, which has ray tracing and everything, whereas this one does not have. iPhone 15 on a paper
Sorry to barge in
is
like
great.
this.
Like it looks like more powerful than PS4, but unfortunately because it has very small form factor, there's not much space to for cooling. So because of that, graphics have to be lowered. Probably an iPad probably can do a better job if it's has the same chip, I believe. And of course Mac does a much better job. It can do, I believe, the latest Mac can do, I believe, 4K metal. If you use metal, I forgot the name basically. It's like an AI upscaler from Apple. Metal, sorry, my bad, I don't know the name. Anyway, so if you do that, you can get 120 FPS or almost that much at high or ultimate setting. As you can see, like I cannot even control properly now because the frame rate is I'm dropping it out. So again, back to the capture. So the capture itself on SDR can do 4K 144 or 1080p 240 or 1440p 120. And on HDR 4K 30 or 1440 60 and then 1080p 120. The reason it is terrible, or not terrible, rather it cannot capture 4K 60 is because the USB. In my opinion, they should add a Thunderbolt 4 option so that we could have captured up to 40 gigabytes and probably captured 4K 120 FPS or even 8K 60. Yeah. So this capture card can basically capture your laptop screen, your iPhone, iPad screen if you have USB-C to HDMI converter, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, 360, PS3, basically every console it can capture, and also it can capture lossless on OBS. So if you have an OBS app, and make sure if you're on laptop, use the highest power and connect it to like a plug-in because
here. What's your sit rep?
it need the maximum power it can to capture at high quality frame rate or lossless, and also use if you are using NVIDIA HE, I think NVIDIA encoder or H.264 or H.265, and then if you are using Apple, same thing. Apple has an option as well. I think it's called Apple HVEC something or Apple H.264, but I think Apple H.264 is terrible. You need to only use Apple HEVC and make sure to plug in Apple Silk as well so that it can use maximum power to capture. And use, of course, the cable provider or Thunderbolt 4 or Thunderbolt 3. So now I'm going to stop commenting and you can watch the gameplay. Oh, and by the way, if you ask me, is it okay to just get HD 60? That depends on you. However, it's better to future-proof now. So maybe in the future, if we get a better TV, we can use it. And of course, this card supports VRR, ALLM, which is something auto latency something. Basically, it automatically. So for example, if you're watching, let's say, Netflix, but there is one issue. If you're using PS5, you need to turn off HDC or something. So when you turn HDC off, you cannot watch Netflix anyway. So I guess it's better to put game mode on every time. However, if you are, let's say, using, I got a trophy for achievement. So, okay, now look at the hair of Leon. Terrible. So the next game I'm going to probably try is Death Stranding, also on iPhone 15. Then I'm going to show PC. Yeah, there we go, Death Stranding. This is also terrible. After this, I'm going to go with, I'm going to play, I believe, I recorded on my laptop using this Elgato capture card. And I recorded everything, all this through an iPad. So you can actually use an iPad to record. However, the issue with iPad is that there is no option to choose which brightness. So if you are capturing an HDR to SDR, the brightness may look too dark, and you can edit that on OBS. Yeah, so as you can see, the gameplay is terrible. Here, again, PS4 has better quality than iPhone. However, the benefit of this is Death Stranding is that you can get both Mac. So on the Mac, it's excellent. You can probably get minimum 60 FPS even on a M1 Intel chip. Maybe it's 30 FPS. Our Mac one is good. Then let's see what else I have to say. Let me check. Let me think.
Don't be so serious. Don't be so serious.
Oh yeah, that's right. So if you bought this thing there, you can actually they are giving you 60 days before you can return. So if you have issue or you don't want anymore, you have up to 60 days to return from directly from Elgato. Then there's of course software update, but in my opinion, do not use Elgato's on software on Windows. I mean, you can download, and because for update and stuff, you need to still download the 4K utility. But once you download, to the settings, do not use it to record. It's very buggy. It may crash. I tried it on my 380 Ti and Apple, both crashed. Only on iPad, it works excellent without any issue. However, if you look at still iPad like has very mixed rating, and the reason is probably due to HDR to HDR to SDR conversion, where the brightness was terrible, very dark, and you need basically like an either Mac or Windows app to change the color and stuff for SDR. I mean, it's still tone mapping, but still it's too dark. Let's see what else. Yeah, and then there's no option on iPad to change any settings. It's whatever it says. And then on Mac, of course, before you record, you make sure you need to change 4K manually. So, for example, on the Mac, as in Mac laptop like MacBook Pro, on the laptop itself, it says some other resolution, and you need to manually change 3840 times to 160 to record in that 16:9 ratio, so that it will look good on your TV, YouTube, stuff like that. Yeah, and then what else to think? Yeah, so okay, my bad. I don't. I cannot think anything else currently. What else I can do? This. Oh yeah, I forgot. So on the Windows or Mac, you can actually record in lossless. But the issue is with lossless is that within like let's say you record 10 minutes, 4K 120 SDR, and your size of the game will be around 250 GB in 10 minutes. So it retains every detail. However, the issue is that it's not worth it, because when you upload to YouTube, it compresses anyway, right? So instead of that, it's better to go for, let's say, MP4 version. And then codec, either for Apple, don't take H.264, go for HEVC something. And then for Windows, go for NVIDIA H.265, which is also, or you try software. Like I think software probably will use CPU more. However, that will, if nothing else works, software is also a good option. Then MKV, if you don't want to lose your let's say video, if anything happen like the app crash or anything. However, the negative is that Adobe Premiere Pro does not support lossless or the other or MKV. So MP4 is the best solution, or ProRes. iPhone supports, I know Apple supports ProRes, but I think the resolution is locked at 1080p for ProRes. So MP4 is best option if you want to edit your video while getting 4K option. Yeah, so I'm gonna stop now and let play a remaining video. And yeah, this is Nintendo Switch. Also looks good when recording. So I'm gonna do one last commentary. So I'm gonna say what will happen in the future. I mean, as in what's gonna happen next in the video. Anyway, so let's remember this is live streaming on Nintendo Switch, and what I can say is this one, it's terrible on cloud. And then after that, I will play Legend of Zelda, which plays great and records great as well. Then I'm gonna record from my PC. The I think Amazon Luna cloud, and yeah, that also plays decent, not much lag. Our quality is weak quality is also not bad for a 1080p stream. However, when you play on a console or on a PC, it's not that great. And then finally, I recorded a Last of Us Part 2 remastered gameplay from my PS5, and that looked excellent and played excellent. On PS5, it was running at 1440p, almost 100 FPS through VRR. However, the recording did not probably take it. Alright, bye.
Hả?
No, no, no!
I normally have someone else do the field work. I don't suppose you know how to get this stain out?
It comes with the territory.
Then you're just the Mystios I'm looking for. A clean slaughter. Very good work.
Not much sympathy for the men who work with you.
Not with me. For me. Employees. Now ex-employees, I suppose.
So you don't work for the Cyclops?
Your kind aren't usually believers of...
Ellie, heads up!
Watch it! Alan! Ah, fuck, they're here too!
Okay.